world. We're live. Hello, One Av Geek Girl and Father Norman Carl. Three first people in the house. I'd like to welcome our... You guys get the prizes for 1, 2, and 3. I'm just doing final checks here, waiting for... see if my chat's working, which it is. You saw I just posted a little chat. Kevin Kelly, welcome to Premium. Awesome. You're number 1 as well. Hello, Ron. Yeah, we're live. It's smoky here in Vancouver. And I decided not to go to Abbotsford today just because they're expecting 30 here in Vancouver and mid-30s in Abbotsford. And quite honestly, that I just decided that's too hot for me. I don't need to push, and quite happy to be here instead. Unfortunately, I'll miss that stuff at Abbotsford, but my comfort is also important as well. So that's just kind of how I decided it. Helicopter there, that yellow helicopter's firing up its engines. But yeah, it's a beautiful morning. It's already, I think, about 23 degrees, 22 degrees here at YVR. And as I say, we do have smoke. Smoky morning. So we've got smoke here. There's our diggers. They've moved south now. And I also noticed the diggers have set up at our morning location at Larry Bird Park, unfortunately. So they've pretty much got the diggers wherever we do our live shows from. So there is nothing I can do about that, obviously. I guess for whatever reason, wherever we're pointing cameras, that's where they need to set up their digger operations. So we're just going to have to wait it out. It could be a couple years that it's like this, obviously. And it is what it is. Obviously, we'll just be patient and enjoy what we can. So hello, Chris. Hello, Paul. Paula. Joachim. Ron. Yeah, hello, everybody. Always nice to see the early birds here. What time is it? It's 9:02, so good stuff. I'm very happy I was able to get the show up and running pretty much on time. I can't quite smell the smoke in the air, but obviously you can see it. It was mentioned on the radio this morning that we have smoky conditions here at YVR today. And it is what it is. It's all good. Hello, Kirsten. And it'll be a good, busy morning, I think. There we go. This Porter is rolling. It's kind of interesting that they're doing all this digging work, and they've now set it up at the Larry Bird Park, too. So it's strange that of all the places on the airport where they could do digging, they had to do it at the exact 2 locations. Obviously where we do our streaming from, but we'll just work around it as best we can. But yeah, look at the North Shore Mountains. They're shrouded. You can hardly see them. They're shrouded in smoke. So it is sunny. There's no clouds. It's just forest fire smoke. That's enveloping the city of Vancouver and the Lower Mainland at this time. So, but the weird thing is, it's not going to moderate the temperature. Today's going to be the hottest day of this heat wave that we're going to be having for the next several days. So, as I said, they're expecting 30 here in Vancouver, with several degrees warmer in the valley out at Abbotsford. Oh, here comes a Central Mountain Air. Dash 8. It'll depart, obviously. Taxiing down our favorite taxiway. Always nice to see. Operating its regular Thursday morning charter. Does anybody know the pilot? Good view of them there. classic Dash 8, vintage machine. Obviously, the Summit RJ will depart today during our show. They've got the door open, so probably in the next hour or two, that aircraft will close its door and we'll be able to film its departure, which we always enjoy, something special. Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, I did announce that I would be going to Abbotsford today to film the heavy arrivals, and I could still do it, but it's just going to be too much for me, and I don't need to push. I just don't need to do it. So that'll have to be for another year, I guess. Another year, another day. There goes United on the roll. A320, obviously. Oh, here comes a heavy. Here comes an Air Canada heavy. They're always nice. Hello, Gary. Good to see you, Gary. Thank you for being here in Zard. Saw a large military aircraft here at South Airport. Really, I wonder what that was. I didn't know there was a large military aircraft here, but it must have been for the air show. That's amazing that you saw that. Yes, you're right, Ron. I don't need the Cold Lake fiasco. With during the air show, with 20,000 plus people pinging the cellular tower, it was impossible for me to do live stream. So I haven't even bothered thinking about going to the Abbotsford Air Show on the actual, day of the air show. So, we've got Air Canada rolling right now. Hang on one second. This is going to Los Angeles. This is Air Canada to LA. Let's see if I can intercept it for us. Yeah, this is Los Angeles right there. But I want to see where this aircraft's going right now. The heavy. The heavy's going to Toronto. So, heavy's going to Toronto. We've got quite a build-up. Oh, look at this. This is something nice for us. Look at this. Look who's coming out. Cargo jet's taxing out. Yeah. A nice, different movement for us. Or is it coming in? Is it going in? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe is it going out or coming in? I think it's going out. I think it's going to depart. I do think it's going to depart for us. So this is really cool. Oh, what's happening with this Dash 8? Maybe they've changed their minds. That's weird, isn't it? Unless that's a different Dash 8. I don't know. Weird. I think it might be a different registration. You guys would have to backtrack on the live stream to have a look. This is a 100. This is a short body 100. The other Dash 8 that we saw taxi out was a 200. So, yeah, different airplanes. But I guess, yeah, it's hard to say. Maybe this is just going for an engine run. Oh, they're bringing it over here for a charter. They're bringing it to the South Terminal for a charter. That's what it is. It's nice. Old and new. Old and new. Let's get the 757. That's important. We'll bring the camera down to our 7.5 right there. Cargo jet 757. So, hello Diane. Welcome to the show. David Underwood, thanks for joining us from Portsmouth, UK. Hope you're having a nice summer as well. It is warm. I've applied my earplugs into my ears as well, because it's quite noisy here with these engines running. But yeah, the cargo jet is something special, for sure. But what's happening? I just want to have a look here to see. Okay, well, there's the Dash 8 right there. Okay, so they're waiting for the little caravan to take off. That's what they're waiting for. This little guy will jump up into the air. They're very sprightly yeah, that's it. They're very sprightly aircraft, and I just don't want to miss the cargo jet. But looks like Dash 8 is going first. Yeah. I'll turn the radio on in a bit here. Well, maybe now. Why not? There we go. I just turned the radio on. You know, I'm going to hold the camera on the cargo jet, because it's just something we just don't see. It's cool. Cargo jet 757. Heading to destination not available. So we don't know where it's going. Maybe Hamilton. Who knows? It's cargo jet flight 2484. This will be nice. Looking forward to seeing this. I don't think we've ever had a cargo jet 757 departure on our show, so this is a first. We don't have any cargo jet emojis yet. Maybe we'll add that to our list, but we can't add any more emojis because we need to have more subscribers on the channel. So in time, when we get more subscribers, YouTube will allocate more emojis, custom emojis for us to upload. So we're at our limit right now. If you're watching and you're not a subscriber, you can hit the free subscribe button, and it'll help us out. Hello, Motion. Welcome. Okay, cargo jet's now rolling. Their airspeed alive. Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice. See if we can get a follow out on this. See if I can end. Oh yeah. Quite nice. Quite an impressive takeoff. I guess he wasn't full because we got the early rotation on him. Nice. Nice. That was a nice little treat for us, I would say. Very nice treat. Okay, what's happening down at the business end of the runway? Oh, Q400. Q400. Going to Seattle, this aircraft, Air Canada Jazz 798. And I just heard them call the passengers for the Summit Air flight to Masset. So it's going up to visit Gary, which is nice. Hello, Chris. Yeah, the Summit is heading up to Masset. It's a nice flight in an RJ. There we go, should be rolling now. Yeah, that's it. Change of pitch in the props. Hopefully he'll leap up into the air. Yeah, he did. Nice beep. Great beep forward. Great beep forward. Okay, back to the button. Back to the button. 26. What have we got? Air Canada heading to Houston, actually. It's flight. What flight is this? Flight number 1300 to Houston Airport. So we need to do oh, here comes the passengers for the Summit RJ. So we'll watch the boarding of the RJ nicely. There we go. I think this Max is now rolling. Can't help you if I can't hear you. That's a good line. I like that. Can't help you if I can't hear you. International Airport, Houston. Okay, heavy time, heavy time. Very quickly, the heavy put itself onto the active. It's heading to Toronto. It's Air Canada flight 34. So... and once this is underway, we'll watch the Aviation boarding. There it is. It's rolling right now. Help you if I can't hear you. Oh, we can wait for the aircraft to present. It should usually appear right around there. Just a second. Yep, toothpaste livery. Hello, Vinkman. Welcome to the show. Off to YYZ, the big smoke. We're the big smoke today because we got a lot of smoke here in Vancouver. Here are our lucky passengers heading out to their Aviation. Lucky Devils. Very lucky Devils, getting to board their flight to Masset, going up to see Gary Sua. Wow. Yeah, I would love a flight on a Summit RJ. But as you know, they're charter only, so you can't fly on them unless you charter the whole airplane. So unless you've got buckets of money, you can't do it. So... they are nice to see. We're very grateful that we have them here in Vancouver. Yeah, someone says, Zarad sounds like a King Air. Yes, we had a King Air taxi in the background, actually. Good ears, Zarad. There's the King Air right there, that taxied. Yeah, right there. And what's happening down at the business end of the runway. So we've got another heavy Dreamliner heading on flight 104 to... look at that. Back-to-back flights to Toronto with heavies because it's peak summer. It's peak summer, guys, so that's why so many flights to the Big Smoke. Big Smoke number 1. Vancouver's Big Smoke number 2 today. Yeah, we're Big Smoke number 2. The mountains are barely visible this morning because of the Big Smoke. It's a good name for an airline, Big Smoke Aviation. I like it. for the big smoke. What we'll do here is we'll wait for the aircraft to present. Usual spot. Kind of about there, I would say. Something like that. Yeah, there it is. It's heavy. Behind the tree. Behind the tree, that's a heavy departure on that aircraft. Okay, back to our Avro liner. Summit Aviation, heading to Masset. Lucky Devils. I believe these are employees of a certain company. I have no idea what the company is. Bankman says got a bit more blue sky out this way. Yeah, there's definite buildup of smoke here in the lower mainland. Hello, Westbrook. Got a postcard of a Canadian North 737-700. That's nice that airlines are still making postcards. Welcome to the show, Wes. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Good to see everybody, actually. It's awesome. I'm liking that we've got good action. Getting ready. I guess the last passengers have boarded the Avro. Yep. That means no more. No more. We're going to start preparing the ground for departure. And we got a Q400 busting a move. Right there. Oh, nice. Decent rotation, actually. Decent. Back to the Avroliner. Let's see what these guys are doing. Guess they're going to close those doors any second. That's a fun job, working on the ramp so close to the equipment. We got a heavy coming out. Venkman gifted 1 JetFlix membership. Esther snapped it up. Congratulations, Esther L., and thank you, Venkman. Then Father Norman donated 1 JetFlix membership. Thank you, Father Norman. And Wes Westbrook picked it up. Congratulations, Wes. You guys now have access to the premium content here on the JetFlix channel. And you have access to the special emojis as well that are only available to premium members. Nice landing. But we've got what's happening down at the business end? The weather is so, yeah, okay, it's a Beech 1900. It's pulling on a cargo machine. We know the airplane well. Turning on to the active. This airplane is a regular Vancouver performer. It's a regular. So I guess this is going to go before anything else. But we got a nice heavy coming out our way. It's Air Canada Flight 304 to Montreal. It's a 777-300. Look at all these heavies heading to Eastern Canada. That is how busy it is here at Vancouver this morning, and how busy the airways are during peak summer. Interesting Air Canada news yesterday. The CEO he's not happy with Air Canada's share price. I believe the share price is down into the mid $14 range. It was around 18 to 20 just 6 months ago, and the media was covering the CEO's comments that he thinks that the company is undervalued. So it might be a good time to pick up some Air Canada shares at under $15 a share. If you have some cash sitting around in your RSP or RRSP or RIF or whatever, TFSA, might be a good time to load up on Air Canada shares. The price is good. It's the lowest the share price has been, I think, since the pandemic, when it plunged down into, what was it, $10 range thereabouts. Then it went back up to 20, 22. So it might be a buying opportunity. CRJ blasting off. Lots coming out, actually. Lots coming out. It's getting fun. It's getting real, as they say in social media world. It's getting real. Whatever that means. It's always real. It's always real unless it's AI, I guess. AI nonsense. This is our Montreal Air Canada triple. Oh. Did I? There we go. Central Mountain busting a move. Sneaking out. And here comes that BizJet that just arrived. It's going to be clearing U.S. Customs, I get. U.S. Customs. Canada Customs. It's going to clear Canada Customs here at YVR. So that's why they're having the aircraft taxi over to the south side. Southside Johnny. What have we got? We got a WestJet 37 set up on the active. About ready to start its roll. It's heading to Las Vegas, 1788. And it is rolling. So let's go get the WestJet as it starts its journey to Sin City. These people heading to Vegas. Money in their pockets. Okay, 2 for 1. We got a bit of a rotation on the WestJet. This guy doesn't know where he's going. I need to go. I need to tell him where to go because this. Yeah, he doesn't know. He's never been here before. This fellow. Yeah, they're telling him right now. You need to follow me, truck. Yeah, he's never been here. He doesn't know where Canada Customs is, so. Oh, showtime. RJ showtime. Nice. The Whisper Jet has started to whisper. You pull some money out of the private jet fund, exactly. Yeah, we'll keep it real. Yeah. Private jet fund. Always nice to see an Avroliner start engines just 50 feet from where you're standing. Love it. It's beautiful. So beautiful. So while we've got the Avro starting up, this BizJet now kind of knows where he's got to go. Anyhow, we're just kind of watching all the action here, which is what it's all about. 75% of my battery. Paul, I'm glad you're enjoying the show. And thank you for your comment on the Great Dunbar Fire. Yes, I live in Dunbar. We had a massive fire a few days ago, and I video documented it. And my videos in combination have received, I don't know, about 50,000 views. So that's quite a lot for me. And yeah, I filmed it live actually, so there's live video, and you might want to check it out. On my channel, the Great Dunbar Fire. It's the biggest fire I've ever seen. Unbelievable. Miraculously, there were no injuries. That is an amazing, amazing thing. Thank goodness there were no injuries. No serious injuries. There was property loss. Some of the homes adjacent to the building, which was destroyed, also suffered damage. One home was completely destroyed, but homes can be rebuilt. As long as there's no serious injuries, that is the best thing. We're just waiting for action on our Avro. Let's see what the ground tech is doing. Little caravan climbing out in the background there. Flight attendants are doing their passenger briefings. There's a WestJet turning onto the active, but I'm scared the WestJet is heading to San Diego. WestJet 1762. Do we have time? Maybe we've got time for the WestJet. Oh, showtime. Avioliner showtime. Nice view. Being marshaled nicely. Isn't that a lovely looking Avioliner? Jumbolino. Mr. Jumbolino is in the house. Side profile looking good. Screensaver, I might say. Really beautiful. This British-built ingenious airplane. All those flaps and the heavy-duty, rugged landing gear. Super heavy-duty for gravel operations and unimproved surfaces. High wing. Engines well above the ground to prevent ingestion of gravel and snow on non-conventional airstrips. The Avioliner is a special purpose aircraft. Quiet engines to meet Stage 3 noise rules of the early 1980s. And regional airliner capacity. It was a unique British build, and great to see them here active here in Vancouver, British Columbia on the JetFlix live stream, which you are watching right now. Okay, so heavy. It's heavy time, and we've got, what does this aircraft go to? In Montreal. This is our Montreal. This is our Montreal Flight 304. So we can't say we've got a lack of traffic this morning. It's actually really quite good. Our peak departure bank here. And Montreal's rolling, I think. Yeah, they're rolling. They are rolling thunder. Focus, please. We get some focus. There we go. Nice. Beautiful. I like the gear close-ups. Very nice stuff. rolling from Montreal. And we'll intercept the aircraft as it presents the usual spot, which is right about there. So we're going to wait for it, and then we will pounce on it. Where is it? There it is, right by the tree, behind the tree. So she was heavy this morning. Heavy to Montreal. But she's climbing with purpose. And we wish them Godspeed to Montreal Airport. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Beautiful. Okay, another heavy coming out, guys. It's the morning of the heavies. This is a Dreamliner. Dreamliner is heading to none other than Yao, Ottawa Uplands Airport, Air Canada Flight 342. But let's head down to the business end of runway 26 left. BizJet's heading away. We got a baby airplane sitting on the on the runway right there, little Beech 1900D model. And look at this, behind it, raring to go, Air Canada. So Air Canada's going to Calgary. But first we've got to say goodbye to this Beech 1900. Up and away. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a Beech 1900D. Okay, back to Air Canada. Air Canada, there it is. That's a 1970s jingle from Air Canada. So David Kaler says, I enjoyed 146s from London Stansted to Edinburgh and Aberdeen, as well as Glasgow some years ago with Air UK. I flew on Avroliners of CityJet from London City to Dublin. I did it several times, 2017, 18. I took advantage of it. The fares were only £30 one way, and I loved flying on the Avroliners out of London City. I've got videos of them here on my JetFlix channel, and I knew at the time that they were special. I knew it was rare, and the fact that you could fly on them for £30 was a no-brainer as far as I was concerned. And I asked other enthusiast friends of mine to join me. None of them ever did. And too late. Can't do it now. Can't do it now. No more Avroliner flights out of London City Airport. You've got to go on new airplanes. But I knew it was special, and CityJet had quite a large fleet of Avroliners, and I just loved it. I just loved my flights over to Dublin. I'd fly to Dublin. I'd be at the airport for 5 hours, so I'd hang out in the lounge. I'd hang out in one of the lounges that I have access to. You know, have a Perrier, have a bite to eat, read the newspaper, check my emails. The time would pass very quickly, and then I would enjoy a flight back to London City Airport. I just loved it. So too bad CityJet isn't around anymore. That was a great little airline. They operated fantastic aircraft. Well, they had a fleet of Avroliners, and their fares were absolutely marvelous. Yeah, I always pay. Okay, maybe sometimes I paid up to £50 one way, but most of the time the fares were £32, £36, £33 one way. I booked it well in advance, 100% non-refundable. I didn't care. If I didn't make the flight or if I changed my plans, it's only £30. But for the option of being able to fly on an Avroliner for 30 quid, it was an absolute no-brainer. So this aircraft is heading to YVR Edmonton International. It's Air Canada 236, actually. Heading to the international airport at YVR. rotation, maybe. Almost. We were just on the cusp of a of a rotation. So you never know, right? You never know. At least they're on runway 26. We have to be very grateful for that they're not on 08. So very, very grateful to the wind gods that helped us out today. Speaking of the wind gods, I'm reading one of my favorite books, actually, by George Clason. Some of you might know that name. He was like a Dale Carnegie kind of writer from the 30s. And his book is called, one of his books is called The Richest Man in Babylon. Fabulous. I highly recommend it. You can read it in 3 or 4 hours. It's a great, great book on managing your finances and how to live a life of prosperity and financial well-being. And it was written in the 30s, and it was modeled after life in ancient times. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful, wonderful book. I love the book. Highly recommend it. And there's one chapter dedicated to the goddess of good fortune and wealth. Where do you find the goddess of wealth and good fortune? Not at the racetrack. Not buying lottery tickets. Not in the casino. Not at the card table. You find the goddess of good luck and good fortune by pursuing the things that you enjoy in life. And that's what we're doing here. We are enjoying we have a common interest in aviation, and we are enjoying the airport together, which is great. So who knows, maybe Bill Gates will land his airplane right here and say, "Henry, I love your videos. Can you film my aircraft? Would you like to go for a flight on my Gulfstream 4? You never know, right? But that's how you find the goddess of good fortune. And that is, I attribute that to the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. Yeah, so there we go. A bit off topic, but kind of related to aviation pursuits, following your hobby. Okay, we've got a Q400 on the roll. Nice stuff. Beautifully done, WestJet. Beautifully done. Okay, we've got another WestJet, actually. It's a Boeing this time. Boeing time. The Boeing is heading to San Jose de Cabo San Lucas. It's a WestJet 700. It's WestJet Flight 2060. Ta-da! So they're just taxiing this over to their FBO, I guess. That's all they're doing. Taxiing to the FBO. Strange they don't actually put a tug on it and drag it over, but I guess they don't put it in the logbook, so I guess it's not a big deal. Aircraft taxi time is not logbook time, as far as I'm aware. Maybe some of you professionals might want to comment on that, but when I was in the industry, when you taxied an airplane, if you were a pilot, that was not logbook time. It doesn't go on the aircraft log, let's put it that way. It doesn't go on the it's not flight time, and it doesn't go on the aircraft logbook. Okay, nice. Oh, they're going to park it right here. Yeah, it's going to do a charter. I'll be a monkey's uncle. We'll have 2 Central Mountain Dash 8s, actually, doing fishing charters this morning. So that's kind of nice. So here is our Dreamliner heading to Ottawa. Yowzer. Heading to Yowzer. Air Canada Flight 342. And the Flying Pencil makes a presentation right... Oh, there... Sorry, guys. Silly me, I almost missed the Avroliner for us. Great action. Great action. Sorry, we've got a lot happening here. Oh, okay, he's already in position. He's already in position. The Avro is still not visible. But when it becomes visible, I can zoom in on it. There it is. Somebody needs to cut the tree down. I'm not a green guy when the green blocks the view of airplanes. Avroliner climbing up into the stratus. Destination Masset. Going up to see Gary. Okay, back to our Yao flight. Ottawa Upland. Look at that. They're rolling. Not a second wasted, actually. Not a second wasted. What's that? That's the L3 door right there. L3. And we'll wait for the interception. Oh, you guys might want to see that. That looks awkward. Very awkward. Flying backwards with it. Yeah, I guess he knows what he's doing. Okay. Climb out on the Ottawa flight. Wow. Back to Dash 8, Q400 on the button. This guy's heading to Kelowna. 270 is the flight number.
3630, continue taxi to 26 up by a hotel, Delta, and Delta.
Busy morning, if I dare say so. How's everybody doing? One Avgeek girl, I like to see you rocking the Air Canada logo there. Way to rock it. Gary Sua says, yep, Summit's coming up to my airport. And there'll be a Pasco Saab on the way as well. Good stuff, Gary. You've got nice equipment coming to you. Wes Westbrook says, hi, Henry. I didn't realize that the F-27 was so widely used worldwide. Did you fly one? Yes, I did. Not many flights on F-27s. I flew on Northwest Airlines Mesaba F-27 3 or 4 times in 1990 with my dad, actually. My dad was going to a medical convention in Orlando, and I accompanied him on the flight out of Vancouver, and we flew down to Minneapolis. And then we flew on the F-27 to various points in central Wisconsin. I think it was Central Wisconsin Airport. Wausau, Central Wisconsin Airport. And what was the other airport I went to? That was one of them, CWA. Somewhere else in Wisconsin. So yes, I've had, I think it was 4 flights, because I did it in both directions. So I flew, and that was the only time I ever flew F-27s on that particular trip. But I got the 4 flights. So yeah. What about you guys? Have you guys flown on F-27s? I'd love chime in there and let us know which F-27s you had the opportunity to fly on. They're great aircraft. They're Rolls-Royce ear-piercing dart engines. And you know what? I worked for an airline that operated 3 F-27s. And like a sod, I never even flew one of them. How terrible. I worked for WestX here in Vancouver, and we had 3 F-27s. I could have easily flown on them. My friends were the pilots. Al War was the chief pilot. And so many times the pilot said, "Hey, Henry, you want to come?" Because we had the contract from here to Victoria. We flew Vancouver to Victoria with the F-27. And so many times Al would say, "Hey, Henry, do you want to come to Victoria's for the day?" How stupid of me. How I let that opportunity slip through my fingers. And that was my own airline. My own airline. It would have cost me nothing. And I never did it. Yeah, very stupid. Nice. Yeah, some nice action for us, which is the way we like it. I look forward to seeing your comments here on who has flown F-27s and where. Where as well. Curious to know where you flew. I'm guessing many of you in the UK flew with Air Anglia or Air UK on their F-27s, because those were the big operators in England of passenger F-27s. British Midland had them as well. Simultaneous service with the Vickers Viscounts. And I saw them myself with my own eyes. Operating out of Heathrow, summer of 84 and 85. I've got slides of them. Yep. British BMA operated Viscount and F-27 services out of Heathrow regularly. They were like Air BC Q400s out of Vancouver. So common. I used to photograph at Hatton Cross. There was a field near the Hatton Cross station. I used to get landing shots. That was summer of 84. Okay, Ron. Ron says F-28. Oh, wow. That must have been... Okay, battery check, Ron. We're at a 53%. Thank you for the heads up on that. Ron must have flown, I'm guessing, was that Time Air, Ron? I'm guessing? Yes, Wisconsin. That's where I flew my F-27s from Minneapolis to Central Wisconsin Airport and then on to Detroit, or Detroit, as they call it. And then when I came back from Orlando with my dad, we did it in reverse. Yeah, Detroit. Can't remember what I flew from Detroit to Minneapolis and Minneapolis back to... I'm sorry, from Minneapolis back to Vancouver. Might have been a 727. I'd have to check my logbook. Okay. WestJet turning on to the active, heading to YEG, another YEG service. 737-800 is WestJet 162. 162. Oh, we got another. Look at this. Revenge of the Learjets. We've got our own air show here, actually. Oops. There we go. Lock on. Okay. Yeah, so who else flew F-27s? I'm going to cast my eyes into the chat here to see who else is. David Lemaitre said, first commercial flight out of Heathrow was on a Vickers Viscount. British Midland. Where were you going to, David? Were you going to the Channel Islands, pray tell? Or were you heading up north? And was it 1984? It would have been between, obviously, the 70s up until about 83, 84. I think by 85, the Viscounts were being... British Midland was reducing Viscount services by 85. They might have been done by then. I can't quite remember. Because they acquired DC-9s. They replaced the Viscounts with DC-9s. But this is good chat. Wes never flew on an F-27. Father Norman's loving the show. Thank you, Father Norman. I appreciate it. I just try to keep the banter interesting, on topic. A little bit of yesteryear, a little bit of, mixing it up. Oh, there's our flying pencil. Our Merlin Swearingen Metroliner. Rare airplane. Pretty rare, actually. Yeah, I did fly on one of these because WestX, the company I worked for, did have these in service, and I did get a flight on this type of aircraft up to Terrace to visit Hawk Air and their Bristol freighter. If you look at, I've got a video on the Bristol freighter, on the Hawk Air Bristol freighter. I just uploaded it a week or so ago. And I was the guy who ordered the titles, the Hawk Air titles, for the entire Hawk Air fleet, including the Bristols and the Carve Air. So I took the decals up. They were printed here in Vancouver. I personally took them up on our on our Metroliner flight, and I handed the decals over to the guys at Hawk Air, and they paid me. I paid for them out of my own pocket, and they reimbursed me. They weren't expensive. I don't know, maybe a couple $100, something like that back then. They were not. They were vinyl decals, vinyl cut decals, and that Hawk Air decal is still on the Hawk Air Bristol freighter that's sitting at the Reynolds Museum south of the Edmonton International Airport today. So yeah, check out my my Bristol freighter video. Maybe one of the mods will copy the link, the share link, and post it into the chat for you guys. Hello, Jim Jam Birds. I spent time with Paul years ago. He has some amazing footage of the bronze. Oh yes, Paul Hawkins. Well, Paul gave me all of his video footage, and I released 2 DVDs with all of Paul's videos, and those DVDs are now shows on the JetFlix channel. I think we've got them here as premium content on the JetFlix channel. I'm not sure if I've added them here yet. I think I have. I definitely have some preview videos, but the full shows are definitely on the jetflix.tv platform. As I said, I'm just not sure if those shows have been uploaded here as premium content. But yeah, Paul Hawkins, yeah, was an awesome guy. I knew Paul Hawkins, Dave Menzies, and the other fellow, the maintenance, Rod. I knew all 3 of those guys, actually, back then. I personally knew them. As I say, I was the guy who begged them to put titles on their aircraft, and they acquiesced to my haranguing, and I ordered the titles, and they were printed at a print shop here in Vancouver, and I personally delivered them to them on our Metroliner, WestX Metroliner. So yeah, interesting history there. Yeah. Good morning, YKA Spotter. Well, we've had a usual Thursday rush. I think the Thursday morning rush is probably behind us, but we may get it. We'll have another rush here probably in an hour or 2, I think. WestJet thundering away. We can, there's another aircraft turning onto the active, actually. So, southwest. Not southwest. SkyWest, heading to Seattle. I called it Southwest. Can you believe that? That's bad. Bad brain mix-up. David says, I flew from Heathrow to Halifax in an Air Canada 1011 and flew to Heathrow on a DC-8. Wow. What year was that, David? I've flown Air Canada 8s across the Atlantic as well. I'll tell you guys about it in a second. The battery's at 45%. There it goes. There it goes. Yeah, my Air Canada flight from Heathrow to Montreal was a very interesting one. It was the summer of '76, August of '76. I was with my family. It was my first ever visit to Europe and to England to visit the family. And we were over in Europe for about a month that summer, that July and August. And on our flight back from Heathrow to Montreal, it was an Air Canada Stretch 8. And the flight was very high security. When we landed at Montreal, we had to wait. It was the Olympics. It was the Olympics that were going on, the Summer Olympics in August of '76. And they held us on the airplane for what seemed an eternity. And it was boiling hot in the aircraft. But we had two special people on board. Prince Charles and Andrew were on our flight. So there you go. I had a flight with Charles and Andrew. I guess you could go back into the Montreal Airport archives or the newspapers and figure out exactly what date that was. But there must be press clippings on it. But whatever that was, I was on the flight with my family and could put them in my logbook. Charles and Andrew were were up front, of course, with their security detail. So I've flown with Charles, I've flown with Andrew, and I've also flown with the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh. So the only two members of the royal family, first family, that I have not flown with are Anne and Edward. So 4 out of 6 isn't bad, actually. Yeah, 4 out of 6 isn't bad. I should make a video about that. My flights with the royal family as a commoner. Would it get many views or any views? So I flew with the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh when I was up at Yellowknife. The company I worked for, NWT Air, we got the royal charter. I think it was the summer of '93 or somewhere thereabouts. The royal couple came up to, the Queen and the Duke came up to Yellowknife and visited Canada's Northwest Territories. And our airline was tasked with flying them on the trans-territorial from Yellowknife to Rankin Inlet and Rankin Inlet to Iqaluit, formerly Frobisher Bay. So I was on the aircraft that took them from Rankin Inlet to Iqaluit. I had to fly to Rankin Inlet early because I filmed the Queen's arrival as she arrived on the aircraft, and there's a full video on that as well. Queen's visit to Rankin Inlet. I think it's on my channel. Yes, so that was it. That was fascinating to fly with the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh. The Queen, when she was in Yellowknife, it's a small city, only 20,000 people at the time. The Queen was doing a lot of walking tours around Yellowknife, and I was there filming her everywhere. And I worked for NWT Air, so she was a very good sport. And I know she recognized me because who's the guy with the Tilly hat? He's everywhere. And then she saw me on the ramp at Rankin Inlet, and she probably thought, how did this bloke get from Yellowknife to Rankin Inlet? And then I flew with her to Iqaluit. So somebody must have mentioned to her, oh, that guy works for NWT Air. Yeah, that was funny, actually. But she was used to it. She was a very good sport, with... Obviously, I wasn't, a paparazzi type. I was just, fly on the wall filming, but at quite close quarters, I would say. And the Duke of Edinburgh, yeah, he was a very relaxed fellow. Obviously, very interested in aviation. He flew his own Andover 748. So, he was a licensed pilot. Definitely had aviation in his blood. But his son, Prince Charles, now King Charles, if we're to believe the Crown, did not inherit the interest in aviation from his father. So, thank you, One Avgeek Girl, for posting the link to, I think that's the Queen's visit in the chat there. I think that's the one it is. Batteries at 39%. Air North on the roll. I've got a lot to say today, actually. Strangely enough, my brain seems to be working not bad. Oh yes, rotation. Good one. Air North pulls it off with finesse, if I dare say so. Heading to Kelowna. Air North flight 509. West Westbrook, my only DCA flight was Alitalia 62 from Milan to Heathrow. That's a nice one. That's a nice one for the logbook for sure. So we've got a little bit of a breather. I can put myself on camera. Actually, how should I do this? Maybe we'll point the camera this way, and we can have a chit chat. I'll just turn off the radio. Okay, I can have a little bit of a chit chat with you. Let's check the battery, of course. Battery is at 38%, so we're kind of okay. Okay. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. Nice to see everybody. It's a very nice morning here in Vancouver. Smoky. We're the big smoke number 2 in Canada today because of all the smoke. But I don't smell it as of yet, but obviously it's visible in the environment because we can't see the North Shore Mountains. Here's the latest issue of YVR Sky Talk. It's a good source for local Vancouver aviation news. And I'm just going to go through some of the news with you guys. Right on the front page, Air Canada flying the flag as Team Canada's official airline. Congratulations, Air Canada. It says here on July 25th, Air Canada hosted the official send-off celebration for Team Canada athletes and delegation members on their way to Paris. On board an Air Canada Boeing 777. So congratulations for Air Canada. That was awesome news. And I don't know that if Air Canada has any special planes painted with titles yet. Maybe some of you guys might know and might be able to comment in the comments if Air Canada's done any special painting for the Olympics. So good luck to Canada's team. I think we've got about 20 medals so far. Hopefully more to come. So what other news have we got? Air Canada... Vancouver is going to be welcoming this summer season 7.8 million tourists through the passenger airport, that airport. So that's good news. That's a good, healthy number. What other news have we got here? It says iconic BC brands available at Vancouver. Triple O Burgers is White Spot. So you're going to be able to have White Spot burgers, fries, and shake at YVR. For those of you that don't know, White Spot is Vancouver's historic burger chain, and it's comfort food. Vancouverites love their White Spot. We all love White Spot, and if you ever go to White Spot, always remember that the fries are endless fries. You can always ask for more, complimentary, and they'll give you as many as you like. And I always like to have the fries with ketchup and malt vinegar with salt. English style. As you guys know, my dad was English, and I love English style chips with vinegar. In America, they don't know what we're talking about. They think we've just stepped off a UFO. But here in Canada, we still have vestiges of British customs that remain, including putting vinegar with salt on your chips. What other news have we got coming up? Here's a good one. Vancouver's YVR will have their annual pancake breakfast, yummy yummy, August the 22nd. And that says that's going to be on Templeton Road, South parking lot, from 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. It says an invitation is extended to all airport employees, friends, family members, and Sea Island neighbors to stop by and enjoy delicious pancakes, sausages, and hot coffees by donation. And the money will go to support the BC Profession of Firefighters, the Burn Fund. So that's an awesome way to raise money for that charity, and a delicious way as well. So mark your calendars. Pancake breakfast, August 22nd, YVR, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. So that's delicious. What other news have we got here? Oh, well, we've got a lander on the other side. Let's see if I can pounce on it quickly. Maybe. It's a heavy. Didn't want to miss that for all the fries at White Spot. There we go. Okay. We got it. Better than nothing. Better than nothing, guys. So, where was I? Okay, batteries at 33%. Let me just finish off all the news that's fit to print. All the news that's fit to print for Vancouver. What else have we got? Okay, Kelly Ortberg appointed new president and CEO of Boeing. Hopefully he can do a good turnaround there. We got a departure, so we got a departure rolling out. Battery's still pretty good, so let's pounce on this departure. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Got it. I got it. It's heading to San Fran. United Express Embraer, flight 5727. Yeah, the battery is 32%. It's warm out, so the batteries have good endurance. When the temperature is upwards of 30 degrees, the batteries last a lot longer than, well, certainly winter months. Definitely the batteries are holding out because of this high temperature. So here we go. San Fran is rolling. Rolling quite nicely, if I dare say so. Baby Embraer. Look how small the engines are. I think you guys knew I was going to say that. Rotate. Can we rotate, please? Not today. Not today, but we have another heavy in the house. Right there. Oh, go Canada. Go Canada, there we go. Speak of the devil, there we go. I just said it. Does Air Canada have any airplanes painted to support our athletes? And lo and behold, they do. Go Canada. Yes. Go Canada. Nicely, if I dare say so. So, hope everybody's doing well. Yes, ask and you shall receive. Patience is a virtue. Waste not, want not. I think you guys know where I'm going. Beautiful. Air Canada. What is this aircraft? We know what it is. It's a MAX. It's heading to Santa Ana Airport. 598, a.k.a. John Wayne Airport. Did you guys know that John Wayne, interesting fact, he died of cancer. And apparently the reason why he died of cancer is because he was filming a movie in Nevada on the day that they were doing atomic bomb testing, and you can look it up, the details, but the winds blew the atomic particles, the radiation, to the direction of the film set, and a lot of the people that were involved in that particular movie, including John Wayne, were contaminated to the point that they didn't have symptoms at the time, but many of them died of cancer, and they realized it was because of the radioactive contamination from being at that particular film set on the day of the atomic bomb test in the 1950s. So that's a serious and interesting factoid. No, Paula, no snacks. I had a bite to eat before I came out, so actually the stomach is not growling. But I did bring, of course, water, so to keep the water levels up. So, but no, I'm not feeling too hungry, which is great. Hello, John Probert. Nice to see you here on our show. What does John say? Good evening from the UK. Just wanted to let you know your book was delivered a few days ago. Absolutely enjoying it. Thank you, and looking forward to the next one. Thank you so much for the heads up on that, John. I will do a pitch for my book in a bit. I always do the pitch for my book during my live stream. If I don't do it, who would? So yes, I'll do my standard pitch to promote the book for those of you that don't have it, or for those of you that are watching the show for a fresh. And yeah, so that's what I'll do in a bit. Maybe once we've got the battery change done. The battery's at 28%, so we're still not critical on battery, which is nice. And we've got, who's that? That is Porter. Porter Embraer. Oh, sorry about that. Porter Embraer making their way purposely to the button, heading to Toronto, flight 304. Yeah, it's good chat. I'm enjoying the chat with you guys. It's a good, fun morning. Ron says, did the cancer affect David Jansen? I don't know who that fellow is. Was he an actor from the 50s? But I'll have to Google that. I'm not sure. But as I said, I just know the story about John Wayne. He died of cancer, and the cause of it was being filming during the day of the atomic bomb test in Nevada. BizJet? Quite nice. Nice looking little machine. Buckets come out. She puts her nose down on the runway, and then she slows majestically behind the central mountain. There we are. And here comes Air India. We can turn the radio on. It's always nice to hear the Indian pilots on the radios. Oh, the fugitive. Okay. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we've got Porter about ready to get a move on. I think we'll be able to get the Air India in before we do our battery change. So, what time is it? It's 10:18. We've been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes. Obviously, it's now the quiet time, but we still have, things to watch, things to see, which is good. There we go. See if I can hold the focus on this digger. I'll go tight, just for it, keep it interesting. It's a nice compressed view. These aircraft almost never early rotate. They're runway thirsty aircraft. Yeah, they're runway thirsty. I mean, we can wait for it. They're not. I wouldn't call them short takeoff and landing. There it is. Okay, back to Air India. Back to Air India. Okay, there we are. Yeah, this construction obviously is a multi-year effort. And look what you can see what they're doing. Actually, we don't really need to ask anything. They're replacing large amounts of sewers or telecommunications. That's what they're doing. And this line, this sewer line, whatever it is, runs all the way along this side of the airport, underneath the final approach. So it's going to take. We know that these projects can take 5 years, unfortunately. So. Too bad they didn't do it 10 years ago, before the advent of live streaming. But again, we're just going to have to point the camera, and it is what it is. It is what it is. And Air India is going to taxi right down to the bitter end. They're going to take the extension. They always do, because they're hot and heavy. As we all know, they fly over Russian airspace, which no other Western airline can do, but they can, because they're not involved in the Ukraine conflict in terms of supporting the West. So for that reason, Russia allows Air India to fly over their airspace unmolested. Yeah, so it's going to taxi all the way right down to the end of the extension there. Zared says, I was hoping to see military aircraft for Abbotsford. No, we never see Abbotsford aircraft. Almost never. Maybe once every 10 years an airplane will stray in here. But the Abbotsford stuff goes straight into Abbotsford. And I was going to go to Abbotsford, but it's going to be so hot there, and standing with my tripod beside a busy highway. It's just more than what I wanted to do. It's one thing to take a camera and take pictures, but the setup that I've got, a huge tripod, gear, umbrella, it's just, being on the edge of the road with semi-trailers zipping by at 100 miles an hour, 30 degrees, 35 degrees Celsius. It's just not what I want to do. So we'll wait for Air India, usual spot, kind of about there. I mean, I'm hot here, but, 35 to 40 Celsius under those conditions, it's just, it's too much wear and tear on the body. I'm not 40 years old anymore. I'm not even 50 years old anymore. So, common sense has to prevail today. So, where were we? Okay, we've got the batteries at 20%. What do you guys think? I don't know. We'll maybe we can think about doing the battery change here. Just give me a second. Standby 1. Maybe we can do that. I might grab some water as well. It's roasting hot. Absolutely roasting hot. 18. You know what? We can. I mean, it's quiet now. We might as well do the battery change and just get it done, because it's better to do it now while nothing's happening. So, yeah, let's do it. Do the battery change. I don't see any reason not to do it. So we'll just put the camera on zoom. I'm sorry, wide angle. And I'll get ready to do the battery change. 1 second, guys. We'll do the countdown. We'll do our countdown here. Are we ready? Is everybody ready for battery change? Okay, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Battery change. We hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. Let's have a look. If you guys can maybe leave a thing in the chat there, if you can hear me. I'm going to grab some water to address my parched throat. Excuse me for loud and clear. Thank you, Father Norman. Appreciate that. Water is good. Water is good. Helps actually. Okay, let's check the flight radar. And
Vancouver ground, good morning. Kodiak, Tango Oscar, Romeo, Sky Service for 26 left.
hang on.
Tango Oscar, Romeo, 26 left, altimeter 3001, taxi Charlie.
Sky
Charlie,
Service.
Tango Oscar, Romeo.
Did you guys hear that? Sky Service is going to taxi for runway 26 left, which is right where we're looking. So that might be interesting. I wonder what shape or form. Is that a bizjet maybe? It might be a bizjet. We'll have to see if Sky Service is a bizjet. Because I was going to do my book pitch. Hello, Mixture. E350. Glad you guys can all hear me. Thank you very much. Yeah, Sky Service. I'm guessing it's a bizjet. Or Beach 1900 maybe. That kind of thing. Cargo aircraft. So, I guess we got a little bit of time.
Vancouver Tower, wind 220 at 5, good land on line 26 right.
Land 26 right, 1415.
Who's that? Sounds like my friend Noel Empson. That sounds like Noel Empson on the radio. Noel, if you're watching in post, that guy sure sounds like you. Noel flies for Con Air. So, I don't know. Maybe not. No, well, here's something that's landing right now. Saab 340. Kind of neat.
United 784.
Well, I hear an engine running. Well, what are we going to do here, guys? Where am I going to point the camera? That is the question. Where do we point the camera? Well, we got American Airlines coming in on the other end. A321 from Dallas Fort Worth. It's kind of lower than I thought. There's American. In from DFW. Well, I think, oh, look at this. Look at this little guy. We know this airplane. We know this airplane. That's the Kodiak. Kind of lives in these parts. Amphibious. Okay. Cute. Very cute. Saab 340. Oh, they've parked that Dash 8 blocking the taxiway. Silly sods. Now, I've never seen them park an airplane there before, but I guess they do. Just a kick in the backside, but. Nice looking Saab without the tail markings. Got another Avroliner sitting on the ramp there. Second one. We've got an aircraft landing as well. Oh, the nosebleeds. It's an Air Canada 319, is that? can't tell what airline that is. It's United. United Airlines. Baby bus. Baby bus. Oh. So yeah, just looking around, seeing. Yeah, it's gone quiet. It's gone a little bit quiet right now. Maybe I'll present my book because we don't really. Well, this is the aircraft that was running engines. H1900D. Well, it's going to get... As soon as this airplane is kind of off the ramp area, I can grab my book. You guys can grab a coffee, hit the latrine, etc., and I'll present my book. Okay, I'll do my book presentation. Let's just get the camera set up for that. Stand by 1 second. I'll lock it up. Open it up a tad. And turn off the radio. Oh, was there... Before I do the book presentation, maybe I should... let's check YVR Sky Talk to see if there's anything else news-wise from YVR Sky Talk that we haven't talked about. No pun intended. So let's just see what else there is in YVR Sky Talk with news. Okay, so it says here, American Airlines launches first non-stop service from Vancouver to Charlotte, North Carolina. That is a former US Air hub. Piedmont Airlines and US Air. It's a huge hub, gateway hub in the southeast United States. You'd be amazed how busy Charlotte is as an airport. It's just chock-a-block with US Air. Used to be US Air and now American Airlines. So there you go. It says here, starting June the 5th, American Airlines began nonstop service from Vancouver to Charlotte. So if you need to fly to Charlotte, you now have a good option. Then what else have we got here? Oh yes, this is a good one, guys. This is a good one. This is wonderful. Have you guys seen the British Airways in-flight safety demonstration video? It's fantastic. I enjoyed it a lot. It's modeled after, well, it's tongue-in-cheek, but it's modeled after the Bridgerton series, set in England in the 1820s, George III era, I would say. So it's a George III setting, and the characters are in stately manor homes, engaging in activities that the typical Georgians would be finding themselves, but also doing the British Airways in-flight safety demonstration. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's on YouTube. It's very funny, and congratulations to British Airways for the ingenuity and creativity. Well, their advertising team or their marketing department, whoever thought this up. It's very good. It's very funny. The actors are great. So great facial expressions. They pull some very funny faces, and I quite enjoyed it. So yeah, check that out. Thumbs up, and shout out to British Airways on an awesome job with your May We Have One's Attention Please safety video. Yeah, very, very funny. What else have we got in news? WestJet and Air North have signed an interline agreement, so you can check in for a WestJet flight, and your bags will continue on Air North to your destination, vice versa. Oh yes, Air North puts the Boeing 737-800 into service. We've got a video on that. We witnessed the first flight into Vancouver together here at this very location on our live stream a few weeks ago. and I've reproduced that as a separate video on the JetFlix channel as well. So very cool. We haven't seen it today, but that is a picture of the Air North 737-800, slightly revised color scheme. So yeah, there you go. That's a nice news item. And what other news have we got here? Let's have a look. I'm just checking to see what else might be interesting. Oh, okay. Here's something for you green people. Harbour Air's electric aircraft debuts at EAA Air Venture 2024, aka Oshkosh. So they took the airplane down to Oshkosh. There you go, that's nice. Air France and KLM have signed a code-sharing agreement and interline agreement with Scandinavian Airline system. Good, nice news. Nice to know. And what else? I think so far my favorite news is the pancake news, actually. Pancake news number 1 and the British Airways in-flight announcement video number 2. So don't know how you guys rate them, but that is the news from YVR Sky Talk. I have more news to share with you guys, of course. I always do. Loaded with news. Loaded for bear, as they say. Loaded for bear. The Vancouver Aviation Collectible Show is going to take place on September the 29th, 2024 at the Sandman Signature Vancouver Airport Hotel and Resort. Mark your calendars, the Vancouver Aviation Fair and Collectible Show. It's going to be open from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. The admission fee is $10. If you want to go in early, the early bird admission fare is $25. So it should be a lot of fun. A lot of opportunity to see the local Vancouver Av geeks. I hope to be there. We'll see. And mark your calendars. They do not have a website. They only have a Facebook page for the event. So no website. You can check out their Facebook page just by plugging Vancouver Aviation Show into Facebook or Google, and you'll find more details about the show. I understand the tables are selling quite quickly. So if you'd like to have a table there to flog your stuff, you might want to act quick. Okay, we've got an aircraft departing. It's a MAX. I'm back. I'm back behind the camera. Back where I belong. We got a MAX heading out right now. It's Air Canada Flight 554. It's heading to Los Angeles, of all the places. And it's Air Canada Flight 554, Vancouver to LAX. There it is. It's now set up nicely. camera is, the tripod's gone loose on me, so I've got to tighten it up a bit. It's a bit better. Something like that. Okay. Where are we? Where were we? Lost my train of thought. Okay, so let's... How are you guys doing, by the way? Yes, Vancouver to LA. Are you ready? Hello, Notch 8 Productions. One AvGeek Girl, thank you for posting the link to the Vancouver Aviation Collectible Show into the chat. It's there right now. So, hello, Tony Rivers. Welcome to the show. Just so you guys know, the show is being hosted by my good friend, Paresh. And Paresh is a great, great guy. Paresh Ramji is his name. He's been a Vancouver aviation enthusiast for decades. So he's just a great guy. I like Paresh very, very much. And we're supporting his show as much as we can as well. So, yes, that's right. So where was I? So, here we go. What I can tell you guys is it's time for the book promotion. Oh, BizJet departure. Not quite. Sorry. Too fast off the mark. Lear. American Lear, actually. They call that a Longhorn. I wonder if that'll present for us somewhere. Well, okay. Now I can... Now, here a float plane. There's a float plane. There's a float plane taking off in the background. How appropriate. It's book promotion time, guys. Here it is, my beautiful opus. It's called Air Travel Time Machine, volume number 1, Kodachrome Memories, 1942 to 1960, the golden age of air travel. This behemoth book, it's a good weightlifting thing as well if you want to get some bicep work in and shoulder work and lats. It's a good heavy production, solid hardcover, almost 300 pages, 600 color photos of travel from the golden age of air travel. These aren't boring, sterile photos of just airplanes. These are photos that evoke what travel was like in the golden age. So we've got lots of pictures of people as they were dressed back in the era, like this. So this is what travel was like, as I say, in the 1950s, when the world was much simpler than it is today. People dressed up to travel, and you didn't have these social media faux pas and social media disgraceful conduct of passengers misbehaving. Back then it was a different world. It was a much more civilized world. So we have become like the barbarians. We're not like the Romans. We're the teeming hordes, so to speak, when it comes to air travel in the year 2024. In the year 1950, when this image was taken, people were cultured, well-behaved, professional, respectful when they traveled. And that is what this book tells in its many pages. People really don't realize how much we've changed for the worse when it comes to certain things, especially air travel. As travel's become a mass mode of transportation, it's brought out the good, bad, and the ugly. Back then, of course, it was very different. So much of the world was traveling long haul by ship and rail. Air was a newfangled mode of transport. And my book is a time machine wormhole view back to what air travel was like during the glory days, the good old days of air travel. So The price of the book is $40.95 US. You can purchase it from anywhere on planet Earth except North Korea. And I believe you'll enjoy the book. We have books in the United Kingdom. We have books here in Canada, and we have books in the United States. So wherever you live, it'll be shipped to you from your closest shipping destination point. So to ensure lowest shipping costs. So anyhow, we sold out about 2/3 of the print run, so we're down to the last third. And the book's doing well. I'm very happy. I'm very impressed. If you want one, now's the time. Hit that button and reserve your copy, and we'll get it out to you ASAP. I'm going to ask the mods to post a link in the chat to the actual book purchase page. So it's there in posterity, and you can just click on that link and make that purchase and get her done, and you'll be able to enjoy this look back in time. So thank you very much for your patience while I presented my book, Air Travel Time Machine. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, back to airplane spotting. Back to spotting. Yes, Ward Air. My grandmother used to fly Ward Air to Hawaii and England all the time in the 60s and 70s. She loved Ward Air. Thank you very much, Venkman, for posting the link to the book. Yes, I think I flew Ward Air once myself, but my grandmother, she was English, so she used to visit the family in London every summer, and my uncle, her son, in Honolulu every winter, and she always flew Ward Air. What a classy airline, first class service on porcelain plates, beautiful presentation of meals, and they were something of the past, really. Great Canadian iconic airline, Ward Air. I met Max Ward once in Yellowknife. He was either getting onto his Twin Otter to fly to his luxurious island retreat north of Yellowknife, or he was arriving back in Yellowknife at the float base. But he was quite busy, so I didn't really have much to say other than hello. A320 time. Love the sound, that buzzsaw sound of the engines. Nice. Okay, so now if we zip back to the button, we've got, what is that? Alaska Airlines, beautifully heading to, where's it heading to? Oh, Seattle. Flight 2136. Focus, please. Can we have some focus in the house? If possible. Better. I like this smiling Eskimo on the tail. Beautiful, isn't it? Let's see if we can get a rotation. Yeah, we did. Good for us. Good for us. We bagged that one. What's happening on the ramp? This airplane needs to be moved out of the way. If anybody from Central Mountain is watching this video, please don't park your aircraft here. It blocks our live streams. How do you guys like that? We're trying to do a live stream here, guys, and your airplane's in the way. Yeah. They'll say that guy's out of his skull. Anywho. Yeah, Venkman, my mother used to think it was Johnny Cash on the tail. Well, they could have put Johnny Cash on the tail. Johnny Cash, he was an awesome... I love Johnny Cash music. I have Johnny Cash CDs in my car. I listen to them all the time. Live at Folsom, live at San Quentin. They're both awesome live albums. I play them both constantly in my car. I know the words to most of the songs and can sing along. And yeah, he was a character, Johnny Cash. That's where I got the saying, faster than you can kiss a duck. Because Johnny Cash said that in one of those DVDs. He says, you got to be able to change instruments faster than you can kiss a duck. I think it was a harmonica he was talking about, actually. There we go. Oh, nice. Medevac airplane leaping skyward. Gear up. Yeah, that's a good saying. And then, of course, June Carter. She was an awesome singer. I liked it when June and Johnny sang songs together. What's happening? What's happening on the ramp? We got a little bit of a breather. I know we're going to have... What time is it? Yeah, so 10:52. This is the quiet point. Quiet point of the show. We will get some more action here in a bit because they're going to have... our next departure bank will happen pretty soon, actually. So we just have to be patient. We can relax, chill. If you need to hit the latrine, grab a bite to eat, whatever, now's the time to do it. Don't be shy. We won't be upset if you have to step out for a second. I can't promise that something interesting won't happen, though. Can never promise that. Double WestJets. Double. So, yeah, Johnny Cash. Yeah, I like both of those are really good albums. The San Quentin and Folsom live. Yep, he shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. I got Stripes, yeah, that's another one. So many good Johnny Cash songs. Cocaine Blues, that's a good one too. He put that lovin' 44 beneath his pillow, and then he made his way down to Juarez, Mexico, where the law caught up with him. I love the lyrics to that song. Quite funny, actually. Very well written. One Piece at a Time. That's a good one. How he stole a car out of. How he stole the car one piece at a time. GM wouldn't miss it one bit if he took it out in his lunchbox, one piece at a time. Yeah, just all classic songs. They don't make musicians like that anymore. Absolutely not. I mean, look at Elvis, the Beatles. We just don't have anything that compares to that level of talent in the year 2024, in my opinion. Not a single performer can compare to those musicians. As I say, Johnny Cash, Elvis, Buddy Holly, of course the Beatles. We still have the Stones, but again, nothing. There are no, in my view, there are no performers. We have good performers, but they're just not. They're not once in a century spectacular the way those performers were. That's right. Who today would be an iconic performer in the league of Johnny Cash or Elvis? I'm not sure that any would be. Here's our favorite Navajo. Our favorite little Navajo. Isku Air in from Qualicum Beach. Nice to see. I wonder if our friendly pilot is at the controls. Nope. Well, yeah, we're just gonna be patient, and we will. Oh, okay, what's happening? We might have showtime here. Pilots might be waiting for passengers. I think he is. Maybe. If there's a pilot in the airplane, I think it means that. Give them a parking ticket. Yes. Excuse me, sir. Can you please move your Dash 8? I'm trying to do a live stream. I think he'd call the men in white suits. Yeah. But if there is a pilot on the flight deck, I definitely think that we're going to have passengers coming out here not too long from now. And that one aviation guy, am I going to the Abbotsford Air Show? I am not going to go to the air show for a number of reasons. I can't live stream from there. It's a huge crowd of people. It's facing into the sun. I've already been to the I've already been to the Cold Lake Air Show, and I've been to the Comox Air Show, so I'm air showed out, to be honest. And I don't think there's going to be too much different there. The time to be there would be today to get the arrivals, but I don't have the strength or the energy to do that in 30-degree plus temps. So, yes, there's going to be a B-52 coming in this afternoon, but yeah, it's an unpleasant road to set up on. It's a freeway. Trucks are running past there at 100 kilometers an hour, and I've got my tripod on the gravel right at the side of the road, and it's not fun. You know, it's just not, especially when it's 95 degrees out or 35 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to give it a pass. Okay. Well, we've got passengers going out to this Dash 8 right here. So we've got passengers arriving here for this charter. I guess it's a fishing charter. So at least we can watch these guys load up their packs. We'll have a fun trip. Lucky sods. That's a fishing charter. I'm pretty sure it's a fishing charter. These are not mine workers. You can just tell, right? They're not burly men with shaved heads. Maybe he is. But for the most part, yeah, these are not mine workers. These are fisherman types. So yeah, it's the fisher crowd. Okay, what have we got? We got a United Airlines and WestJet down at the button right this moment. I will bring the camera around in just a second. We'll just have a little bit more of passenger boarding view, and then we'll take it around. Thank you for joining us, Father Norman. Appreciate your support. As always, wishing you a good evening. People with cash, yes. People with cash and fishing rods. Well, many of them are Americans, actually. Almost all of them, I would say. Probably 90% are American fisher people coming up to do their fishing holidays. Here's the WestJet. Right there. WestJet turning on to the active. Quite nicely, if I dare say so. It's 2056 heading to Cancun, Mexico. Quite a nice flight for these guys. Down to Mexico. Cancun of all the places. It's probably about a 5-hour flight. Something like that. Just waiting for them to pour the coal to the metal. Pedal to the metal. Let's get rocking and rolling. Can bring on the radio. And WestJet is rolling. Finesse. Let's see if we can. I don't think we're going to get a rotation. She's too heavy. Yeah, no, she's too runway thirsty for Mexico to do that. But we'll catch her as she comes up for the top of the roof by the tree. Standard spot. And then we got a United Airlines ready to go right behind it without wasting a second. And there it is. Climbing with purpose. Okay, back to the button. Back to the button. There's our United Airlines. I don't think they're going to wait 10 seconds and they're going to go. Let's see if I'm right. I'll be a monkey's uncle. It might be 20 seconds. Heading to Denver. Flight 2216. There we go. She's rolling. She is rolling. I'd like to thank our mods, as always, for helping out. Huge thanks to our mods for being here to keep the show fun, safe, and all that good stuff. Thank you, mods. It's the United. Nice. We can wait for the United as it breaks on through the roof. Usual spot. Yeah, there it is. The wind was catching my umbrella doing the parasail thing. Back to terra firma. Well, there's the pilot again for that Dash 8. He's patient. He's getting impatient, actually. He wants the passengers to come out. He's getting very hot in the cabin. So he just wants those passengers so he can get flying. But it'll happen soon, I'm sure. We've got one Dash 8. They've still got the door open. And this one here, waiting for passengers. You can see the ground techs are getting bored. They're pacing behind the aircraft. Hello, 10-degree flaps, joining from Surrey, BC. Bit of Munch, loving the show and loving my stories. Yeah, well, that's it, right? I try to think of funny things, funny stories to relay to you guys. It's kind of aviation related, if they can be. Okay, here comes flare. We haven't had a flare departure yet, so this is nice to see flare, I'll say. Taxing, yeah, they're coming down here for departure. That's great. We'll wait for it right there. Let's see where the flare is going. See if we can figure this out. The flare is going to Calgary. It's flight 802, actually. 802. We've got a BizJet landing on this side. I think you guys would like to see it. So, oh, it's a Citation. No, it's a Pilatus. Baby Pilatus. Look at the snout on that aircraft. It's got quite the snout on it. Pilatus aircraft often have very pronounced snouts. There we go. There's the flare heading to Calgary. Yeah, not a bad color scheme. It kind of speaks to the low-cost business model. Air Canada radios are strong this morning. Guys, I'm going to grab some water. Give me 1 second. Oh, sorry, I can't do that because I've actually got a BizJet that is turned onto the active. Once this guy is gone, I'll put water into the system. There it goes. I like the those fins at the back of the aircraft. Definitely interesting. Very good. Okay, flare. Flare is not wasting a second. There we go. Dash 8 starting engines behind me. So this is Flare 802 heading to Cowtown, home of the Stampede, famous Calgary Stampede. I've never been to it myself, but I understand it's a big fun show, party. FFLC is the Reggie. V1 rotate. Let's get a rotation. Not quite. Not quite. Now we've got our Dash 8 right there. Starting engines. Oh yeah, beta mode. Beta mode. Beta mode on the Dash 8. Good action. Good action, actually, guys. Action Jackson. Nice. Oh, the burnt smell of kerosene is invading my nostrils. It's lovely. Oh, that's the treat. Burnt, the sweet smell, right? Lovely stuff. I love that smell. That's just nice. Sweet smell of burnt kerosene. Wow. Nice. Bust a move. There we go. Turns on a dime. Dash 8 100, vintage prop liner, the year 2024. These would have been built in the early 80s. Two for one. I should call this the de Havilland Canada show. Okay, A321 on the roll. Awesome action. Really good action for us. We'll wait for it. We'll wait for it to present. Usual spot. There it is. It'll be there in just a second. Then I can finally grab some water. I've been waiting patiently for my water. There it is. Okay. I can grab some water now. I can grab some water. Excuse me for a second, guys. There we go.
Anchor target, morning again, 839, heavy with you, around 0263.
Question 59, taxi by Mike Tango to the airport.
Mike Tango, you put Western 59.
Second 839, have thank you for charge. Good morning, wind 270 at 7, clear to line, number 263.
263, descend to 839.
That's nice. That hits the spot, I have to say. It hits the spot quite nicely. I'm back. I'll be back. Okay.
Check 910, Vancouver.
That was my Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. So, we have WestJet. Where's this WestJet going to? Toronto. WestJet flight 710. And here's our Dash 8 that's turning onto the active. I guess my flight radar is just, yeah, destination not available, sadly. Look how small that airplane is. It's such a baby Dash 8 compared to the Q400s. And wow, it's just so cute, right? Nice and cute. Hardly any windows. They're all hidden behind the engine, really. Look at that. Yeah, the windows are just by the engine. There's really no windows before or aft the engine. Or ahead of or aft of the engine, I should say. That was cool. I liked it. CRJ coming out. And we have we got a WestJet down at the button. Vancouver to Toronto. It's WestJet 710. How are you guys doing? I hope you're all doing well. That one Aviation guy's going to have some breakfast. Thanks for joining us. Bon appetit. Have a nice omelet, I hope. There it is. We've got something coming in on the north side. It looks biggish. Yeah. Air Canada. Dreamliner. this. You guys like this. Ta-da! Look, Mom, no hands. That's funny. And WestJet. Okay, we can watch this guy go by, heading down to the ramp to go into the water. Turbo water. Isn't that nice? Nice view. Quite a nice view. He's got one of the easiest jobs at the airport, that guy. Okay, CRJ at the button of the runway right now. It's heading to Victoria. Right there, Victoria. Wow, CRJ is heading to Victoria. I'm shocked. That is a nice way to fly to Victoria. 10-minute flight in a CRJ. That is very cool. It is this basically climb up and then start your descent. It's like San Francisco to Oakland kind of distance, I would say. That was good. That was really good. Well, it's gone quiet for a second. It's gone quiet temporarily. My battery's at 54%, FYI. There is a Boeing coming in. Well, 53% on the battery. Oh, look at this. That's the C, what do you guys call that? A CC-130? Oh, the wind. Sorry, the wind. Wind. My apologies. It's hot. It's hot, but look what's coming out. Congratulations. We did it. We got a nice airplane coming out. Got a Dreamliner. We got a Dreamliner. Venkman, thank you so much, Venkman, for your support, not only as a moderator, but also as a gifter, making a gift. You have gifted one JetFlix membership, and Tony Rivers was the lucky duck who claimed that gift. Congratulations, Tony, and thank you very much, Venkman. And hello, Cindy at 34L, and hello, Sue Major. Well, we're just kind of waiting here. This is a quiet time, right? We're in between peak banks. So, but at least we've got a Dreamliner taxiing out. Oh, where's that Dreamliner going to? Let's check it out. Where is that Dreamliner going? That Dreamliner is heading to Pudong Airport, aka Shanghai. It's a 7879 Dreamliner heading across the Great Pacific to Shanghai Pudong Airport. That's it, right behind the that BizJet right there. So we've got this aircraft that we will follow, and maybe this will be the start of our departure bank. Mr. Pudong. Good name for an airport. Pudong Airport. There's our Pudong service unfolding before our very eyes with the congratulations livery. Félicitations. Mon français est très mauvais. There it is, it's coming into view. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. There it is. There, now we got a good view of it. With the I can't say that. Félicitations. That is a tongue twister in French. Félicit. You know, tough. It's a French tongue twister. It takes practice to say that word. There, 2024 games. Congratulations. Is it congratulations? Oh yeah, to the employees, actually. Nothing to do with the games. This is the employee livery one. Nothing, yeah, not Olympics. But it's dual purpose, right? It can be congratulations to the employees and congratulations to anyone that wins any Olympic medals for Canada over in Paris. So, dual purpose. So they're not building a ramp, right? We know they're not building a ramp. They are installing sewage drainage, or drainage of some type. They're not building a ramp there. See, the windsock isn't very enthusiastic. Airspeed's alive. She is rolling nicely. Usually appear kind of right there, right where the tree is. Something like that. Yeah, it did. It did. Oh, okay, they've got the passengers boarded on this aircraft, so I guess we're waiting for the engines to start. That's what we're waiting for right here, Dash 8. It's going to start up. That's great. Great news. Wow. Thank you so much, Gary. It's very generous and kind of you, Gary, for gifting not one, not two, but 5 JetFlix memberships. Very, very much appreciate your support and generosity. Thank you so very much. Wow. Okay, we've got actually, speaking of Dash 8s, we got a Q400 on the roll right here.
1958, for you?
Oh, okay, yeah, 1958. It looks like we see some people walking.
16 taxi by
Focus. Well, we are waiting for showtime here on the ramp with this guy. Should be any second, really. I don't have a beacon yet, though. I don't have a beacon, but again, thank you so very much for that very generous donation of 5 JetFlix memberships, Gary. Thank you so much. And I think you guys picked them up. And Etienne Joseph, thank you very much, Etienne Joseph, also for gifting a JetFlix membership. And that was picked up by Lee. Congratulations, Lee, on picking up that membership. We're just waiting here patiently for the Dash 8. There it goes. That's it. Number 2 should start in a second. It's actually number 1. They started number 2 first, and there goes number 1. Right there. It was 10 years ago that I was coming out here and filming Air North Hawker Siddeley 748, starting their engines. It's hard to believe. More than 10, yeah. It was also like 2011, 12. 10, 12 years ago, I was coming out here. In that same spot, they would have Air North Hawker Siddeley 748 starting up. Batteries at 30. Testing the tail rudder. That's a nice view. That is a very nice view. Great pleasing view. Side profile of the Dash 8. This might be a 200, I'm not sure. I think it is. I think it's a little bit longer than the 100 because it's got that window in front of the propeller. Max? Yeah, good stuff. Very good. Oh, there we go. They listened to us. They moved the airplane. Isn't that nice? We've got an open view now of the taxiway. That's great. Wonderful news. Venkman says Air France is on approach. I'll keep my eyes peeled. Yeah, I see Air France. It's over eastern Richmond right now. It'll be visible here in just a second. I'll bring the camera around for it so that we can get it. The battery's at 34%. I can't. Oh yeah, I see Air France now. It's. I can point a lens at it. There it is. That's Air France 777. Too bad they're not landing on this side. That would be really nice.
Heavy ground number 26 up, number 3000, taxi by Juliet Alpha, hold chart Juliet.
Juliet, Alpha, hold for Juliet, speaking from your coming off good stable,
Hey, there, 600, thank you. Okay, 306, okay, we'll see where you end up, but we're trying to keep the gate open so your company can get in there.
Well, at least we got to see it. At least we got to see it briefly. Better than nothing. Yeah. The airport's gone a little bit quiet again. But at least we can see the WestJet gates in the interim, so that's okay. At least we can see the WestJet gates. Yeah, I've got a spare battery. The battery's at 31% right now. I'll just put another spare battery in my pocket, because we'll have to change the battery in just a second here. So I've got a battery in my pocket ready to go. Thank you for the reminder. Hello, DW. Zeto says, what is this spot? I like it. This is the observation deck. It's the public viewing area at Vancouver Airport South Terminal. It's just a big deck, wooden deck, that's open for the public to come and watch airplanes. So you can just come out here, sit down, bring your lunch, have a seat on the picnic table, and spend all day here if you like. It's free. Can you believe that? YVR offers something for free, and that's what this is. Yeah. It's a beautiful observation deck. It's been here 15 years, I will say. Something like that. It's been here 15 years, would be my guess. We're just waiting for action. There's something coming in on the north side. I think it's Air North. Looks like Air North. I see orange. It might be Swoop. If I can get it to focus. Yeah, it's Swoop. It's actually WestJet, right? They're now all one airline. It's no longer a separate entity, but that's in the Swoop colors. So.
Okay, I'm going to keep you in a loop going there because we have a few behind you. So taxi ahead, Juliet, full short Lima, contact us now, 117.
Hey, Juliet Lima, contact Southbound 121,
There's a Dash 8 coming out. We'll follow the Dash 8 out here in a bit. Zito says he'd like to visit the observation deck, but he's 3,606 miles away. Well, you're quite a distance away. I agree. But I'm sure you have a nice airport where you live. The battery's at 26%. I'm watching it.
Contact site Juliet Hotel Delta 7. Juliet Hotel Delta 7 Air Canada.
107 Vancouver Tower, reduce the final approach speed, your number 2, phone Q400, Lennox Air, set short time.
We are slow right back, Air Canada 107.
As 803 after landing, no delay off at Mike 4 if able.
No delay at Mike 4 if able, that 803.
What's your channel?
What's that?
What's your channel?
Oh, JetFlix TV.
JetFlix TV.
Yeah, on YouTube. That's right, yeah. You guys are all watching JetFlix on YouTube. That's a good question. Yeah.
Kids are big planes buyers.
Say again?
My kids are big planes buyers.
Oh, yeah. Do check. It's easy to find. Yeah. Yeah.
7 421, continue down Juliet, hold short, leave other traffic on your right.
King Air taxiing in. I guess it's a medevac airplane. Yeah, it's medevac. I think it's medevac. I do think so. Oh, nice. Very cool. I like that. That was a nice takeoff. So let's just see how you guys are doing in the chat. How are you chat guys doing? Yeah, what Netflix? I only watch JetFlix. Exactly. Well said. That's a good quote. I need to have that made up on a t-shirt, actually. That is very funny. MJ Scanlon says the FedEx 757 is operated by Morningstar. Yes, it strictly flies inside Canada. Originally, it was a US Air jet from 1993. Great. And welcome, Greg Hubers. Nice to see you. Yeah. And who else? Ron Mountford says raccoons eat for free in the park. Yeah, they also eat for free in the back alley. If you're not careful, your raccoons will just tear your yard apart. Here, they'll tear your garbage apart. Oh, look at this! Isn't that nice? Dreamliner. Let's see if I can figure out where it's going. Hong Kong. This is going to Hong Kong. Battery's at 20% though, so this is might get critical. I have to watch it like a fiend. We might have to do a battery change before this guy. I might do the battery change once this airplane gets down towards the end. It is warm though. It is definitely warm. See the smoke in the background. The mountains are kind of, there's a lot of mist there on the mountain slope. Giving my vocal cords a bit of a break, guys.
2042, taxi by Mike and Tango to the apron.
Oh, BizJet. Let's see if I can get it.
So they're 421, monitor 1187 now.
Well, congratulations, Greg. Greg Hubers. JetFlix Premium for a month. Congratulations, Greg.
1415 taxi, Juliet Foxtrot Lima, crossing JetBus behind the 330.
There's JAL 767 on the north side. No, it's a Dreamliner. JAL's bringing a Dreamliner here. Not a 76. Wow. It's different. Oh, look who's coming out, guys. Look who's coming out. China Southern. This is kind of new to our show. Very different. China Southern Cargo. Wow. That is very cool.
Just past the whole line there on 31, turn left at Alpha.
Yeah, this is something new and different. Wow.
Jet Canada 3067, continue taxi by Juliet Hotel, Delta Delta 7.
Okay, what's happening? I'm going to have to do a battery change in the middle of good action, unfortunately.
Encore 3277, ground push here.
I'm going to let this go because I want to get the China Southern Cargo. I want to get the China Southern for you guys. This is, I don't think we've had this on our show before. So that's something special. Very special.
Juliet Hotel Delta Delta 7. Hotel Delta Delta 7, American 1415. Ground, we were right in our cabin. There was a pull on like a ramp.
Wow. I don't know if this is a special flight or a regular flight. Wow. Very cool.
Thank you, Tower 651, ILS 1
651, Vancouver Tower number 3, phone Q400 at 3 miles to final. Wind 260 at 6, circle left.
I'm going to do a battery change right now because I don't want to miss this. So let's do a battery change right now. I'll do a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I'll be. So I just don't want to sacrifice the battery collapsing mid. Lots of heavies coming out, by the way. Again, congratulations, Greg. So this is JetFlix. You're watching JetFlix on YouTube. This is the live show, the Vancouver Airport live show. And we have this China Southern Cargo 777. It's heading to destination not available, so we don't know where it's going. Looks very nice. Very, very nice. I mean, it could be going to Shanghai, who knows, or Guangzhou. We don't know. Could be going to Guangzhou. Shenzhen. Could be going anywhere in China. Wow. China Southern. Follow it out. There it goes. They are rolling. Nice. We will wait for the aircraft to present at its usual spot, kind of behind the tree. We'll see how heavy they are. Should present just as, yeah, there it is, right where we expected it. Nice. Beautiful. Next destination somewhere in China. Wonderful. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a bonus. That was a major bonus for us. And we got a A330, Air Canada A330, taxiing out right now. So the 330 is heading to Montreal. Air Canada Flight 306. Got some heat distortion, unfortunately, because it is very hot. L1, L2, L3 and L4. That was cool. That was cool. Okay. Wow. So what's the time? The time is 11:55. We'll have a look at the flight, the radar here, just to see what else is happening. Oh, we've got 2 more aircraft here. American Airlines. And look at this, a little Dash 8 is landing right here.
Charlie, where is this? You said it's Beckham?
Yeah, sorry. Okay, sure. 630 Charlie.
I've got my umbrella on me, and of course the wind is making a parasol. So that's why it's jerky on the pan, because the wind is being caught by the umbrella. So.
Okay, I'll send you over to him, and just pull up your voice at the time again there on 121.4. Additional traffic just taxiing on the apron eastbound, not actually talking about it. 16036 just behind the Learjet, they're going to be going after right for 5 minutes.
So this is American Airlines. It's heading to Dallas-Fort Worth, flight 1415. And they're rolling. Started the roll. Kind of heavy. That was a heavy. So we'll just move the tripod around to the Dash 8. That's now on the active right now. Down at the button, turning on to the active. There it is. Enerjet, WestJet, I should say. Can we get a V1, please? There we go. Thank you, WestJet. That was nice. That was nice. Let's see if we got anything coming out right now. Let's have a look. I'm just going to check the flight radar. You guys can do the same. Okay, we've got Korean that just arrived from Guadalajara. We got Toronto that just arrived as well. Dreamliner. What else have we got? We got a Dreamliner coming out of the Horseshoe that's heading to Toronto right now, and we got a WestJet heading to Edmonton. So it's gotten a little bit quiet. What time is it now? It's 12 noon. So we've been streaming for about 3 hours, which is kind of where we're at. I'm just wondering. Yeah, it might be a good time to end the show here. As I say, we're 3 hours in now. We've had a good run, so I think this is probably a good time to knock it on the head. There we go. Open it up just a tad for my sign off. Oh, well, hang on. Before I do that, we got this guy coming back. I've already opened up the exposure, so it's washed out. I realize that, but I don't have time to fiddle with it. Pilot. Okay. That was good. So, here we are. That's it, guys. I'm going to knock it on the head. We've been streaming for 3 hours. This is the Vancouver Airport South Terminal. My name is Henry Tenby. I'm your presenter. This is the JetFlix channel on YouTube. JetFlix TV, that's www.jetflix.tv, is an aviation streaming service. With over 1,000 films, I'm the founder of JetFlix TV, and I've had this channel here on YouTube, I think, for 15, maybe almost 20 years. So I've been at this for a while, and I enjoy it. So I hope you've enjoyed being at the airport here with me today. If you have, hit the thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And wishing everybody a good day, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for watching. We'll be back again next Thursday, maybe with some pop-up shows in between. So thanks, everybody, and special thanks to our moderators. Each and one of our moderators, I very much appreciate all of your help. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.